I love my new theme song. Built to bless. Good morning, everyone. Little scat this morning. Thank you. Good morning, Tanya Tashika. Good morning, Sal May, Life, Body, and Soul out of Florida. Wow. Hey, folks, what a beautiful day it is in the neighborhood. Can you believe it? The first day of the new month, the first day of the second half of the year, and that's got to be something that's very significant. You know, every cycle has a beginning and an end. And when we look at this, where we are right now, it's very, very important to do four things. To assess, to address, to create a new vision, and to lay out an action plan. So at the end of every month, at the beginning of every new month, I like to do my forecasting on a bigger scale. In other words, a quarterly, 6-month, 12-month fashion. But also, I like to close out each month wide open, flat out. I've seen people use, here we are, like the 30-day month, and here we are on the 28th, and they're like, well, you know what? I'm planning for next month. That's one of the biggest mistakes, because you'll find that you'll duplicate that behavior over and over. And you'll find at the end of each month, instead of being flat out, instead of revising, and instead of looking at your goals and putting in the extra effort, the extra time, the extra energy to make it happen, you literally procrastinate. And it sounds good. Oh yeah, I'm getting ready for next month. I'm getting my stuff organized. I'm getting myself, everything lined up, my ducks in a row. It's really another way of procrastination. So point number one is close out each month strong. Flat out. If you have achieved your goals already, then up your game. You know, people say, well, my goal was to make a certain amount of money, and I did it by the 25th of the month. Well, don't stop for rest and reward too soon. That's a sign that your goal was too low. So when you've achieved already many of the things you set out to do, that's a sign to step up your game. Close out even stronger, because the energy, the vibration, the momentum with which you close out a month is exactly the same momentum with which you open the new month. So if you close out firing on all cylinders, you come in screeching, wow, zap. But if you close out half-stepping and not doing anything, procrastinating, that's how you start the new month. And you tend to duplicate that. So number one, assess where you are. Look at last month. Review your wins and losses. What did you learn from last month? I like to look at, I call them the wins. What are the things that you accomplished last month? It's this time of the year, this time of each month and each week, where it's so critical that you have written records. If you do not have written records where you've laid out and written out the things you were supposed to do each day, the things you were going to accomplish each week, if you do not have written records, you can't do any of this. So I hope we get this thoroughly in everybody's consciousness. You've got to have written records of how you conduct your life and affairs. So now when you look at last month, how closely did you come to achieving your goals? When you lay out your list of victories, these are the things I accomplished last month. I like to do those first because that gives you a sense of accomplishment and completion. And then on the other side of that page, lay out the lessons that you learned, the things that did not work. Maybe it was a lesson of, I'll call it unnecessary fear. Sometimes in life you'll get to a point where situations happen and man, you're really fearful. It's like, wow. And your response to it is one responding out of fear. It's like you see the glass as half full or half empty. If you see it as half empty, then that's responding out of fear and like, oh my God, it's going to be empty real soon. So then you're operating based on a fear consciousness. If you see it, the glass is half full, you say, oh my goodness, if I work even harder, if I put in more energy, it'll be full in the near future. Operating from the faith consciousness. But look at your wins, look at your lessons from last month. And don't spend, I've seen people, I'm going to do it. I'll take 2 or 3 days to do that. No. Quickly. That sheet of paper, that notebook, and I hope you have a notebook for your life. If you don't have a notebook, a daily planner for running your life, chances are you're really not going to be successful. I don't want to give you the bad news, but I'd say 98% of the people who achieve outrageous success operate from a written daily planner. Now, some have it on the computer on their phones, but they operate from something they can see, something they can operate from. So assess that, your wins and lessons from last month. Look at a list of the things that really worked well. Like, hey man, out of the 30 days last month, I laid out my day the night before on 28 of the days. 2 days I didn't do it. Okay, all right. Well, I got to get better. But look out all the things that you did well. Then look at the things that you're not going to do again. Look at those things that are undermining your results. So say, all right, I'm not going to do that again. Mm-hmm. Look at the things you want to remove. There's some people you need to remove from your space. Say, hey, they're not bringing anything to the equation. And I'm not talking finances necessarily. I'm just saying impact. They're not encouraging. They're not, uplifting. They're not inspirational. So why are they there? So this idea of assessing gives you a good picture of how you performed to date. And that's important because that's where you are right now. That's your GPS for this new month that's where my location in my thinking, in my emotions, in my habits, and in my relationships. So assess. Point 2, address. So now what do I need to change? Well, the stuff that didn't work last month, clearly I need to discontinue that. The situations that I maybe misunderstood, I need to stop and get clear on that. The actions that were counterproductive, maybe I let myself get sidetracked and, something shiny and made a lot of noise, pull me off path. In other words, address all of those things to make you better. All those things you need to stop, all those things you need to start. And as you assess the changes necessary now so that this month can be outrageously better. Outrageously better based on daily activity. Once you've now addressed those things, say, okay, I got to do better about my daily planning. My time management needs to improve. I need to be more focused on the outcomes I need to get each day. If I take care of each day, then the week is automatically taken care of. I need to limit the interaction with people who are not going in the same direction. I need to set some boundaries. In other words, start writing out all the things you need to clarify your life that need to be fixed, adjusted, amended, updated, improved, so that you can go to part 3. And part 3 now is to set new goals and adjust your vision. I didn't say create a new vision. Adjust your vision. Whatever your vision for this year was, your bigger vision, whatever your vision for last month was, now into this new year, this new month, and the first half and the second half of the year. This is the time now to be flat out to say, if I'm going to achieve my goals this year, then I need to clarify them. And so now, based on your assessment, based on addressing the changes in your life, now set new goals based on that. And set stretch goals. When I say stretch goals, I mean goals that push you. That say, hey, if I'm writing a book, and I've managed over the last month, I've gotten, 15 pages. That's half a page a day. Then my goal for this month is, I need to step up my game. I need to double my production. I need to get at least a page a day done. That way I got 30 pages a month. That means at this rate, if I'm writing a 150-page book, in 5 months I'm finished. So step up your game. Step up your energy. What do you need to put more energy into? And so now paint this new vision now based on the results and the situation. And write it down. And state that vision for this month, your goals for this month. Write them down clearly so that you can recite them 3, 4, 5 times a day. 5 times a day. At 7 a.m., 11 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., 11 a.m., 11 p.m. I say my personal statement. I am a healthy, happy, rich author, speaker, teacher, spiritual guide who uplifts the lives of everybody on the planet. You see, whatever you say to yourself consistently, you become. And so now, set these goals that you have now. So you're at the 6th month, the midpoint of the year. This is you might say, a special juncture to really evaluate your performance for the first half of the year, to really put some time in it today, but with a commitment to get it done today. Not tomorrow, not this week, but today. So now, what's the vision that you have adjusted? Maybe you were aiming too low. Aim higher. Maybe you weren't putting in enough energy. Then lay out a program to put in more energy to get the results. Maybe you're not operating with the right people. Maybe you don't have enough support. Then get the right people around you. So when you lay out this new vision in every regard, the new thoughts that will guide you to where you want to be, the new emotions, the confidence, the joy, those emotions to get you where you want to be. The habits, the daily active habits. See, success does not come by like this one big cataclysmic event. Success comes from the daily application of consistent activities over time. Because what happens when you accomplish daily things, you create momentum. When you create momentum now, that gives you a body of energy that's flowing in the direction of your goals, dreams, and vision. And then step 4 is to write the plan. See, all of this is fine. In the Habakkuk, the scripture is very, very clear. It says, write the vision, make it plain upon tablets. And here it comes. That he may run that readeth it. Go to the Habakkuk. It's in the Bible. Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2 and 3. That's scripturally saying you have to have a written plan of operation. So lay out your plan for this month. Write it out in great detail. Write out your monthly goals. Break the monthly goal down into weekly goals. Take the first week of this month, this new month, and set daily goals. Like today is the first day of the month. So now set daily goals for this week to complete this first 7 days of the month. Then once you've done that now, you have your daily goals and you have a plan for achieving those daily goals. Then you must make just an absolute commitment to accomplish each daily goal. An absolute commitment that you execute on a moment-to-moment basis, not whenever, but a moment-to-moment basis where you ask yourself each time a decision is made for the allocation of your time, your resources, your energy, your thoughts. Ask yourself, what is the best use of my time right now when I consider my goals, my vision, and my purpose, and then act accordingly. Once you commit to do that, nothing is impossible. I mean, this has been a great year so far, but truly the best is yet to come. So let's review. Now, you're starting the new month, the first day of the new month, and you're committed to do 4 things. 1, assess where you are, evaluating your wins, your victories, and your lessons. Assess the things you want to stop doing, the things you need to add to your program, but assess the results you're getting in your life that you've gotten to date. Everything based on all those written records you have. 2, address the changes that must be done. What must you modify now going forward to make you better, smarter, faster? 3, set these new goals now based on your new assessment and the addressing of the changes necessary to create the life you desire. And then 4, a commitment to action that you absolutely honor. That you commit to live each day living by the book from a daily planner. If you do not have a written planner right now, you're fooling yourself. So commit to execute your daily activities according to the book, going from moment to moment, always using each gift, each presence to say, let me do the thing that will get me closer to my goals, my vision, and my purpose. And then you execute day in, day out, without fail. Even if you fall off the whack and get back up. If you backslide, step up. If you have a setback, look at that setback as a setup for a comeback. But you commit that by the end of this month, everything that you say you want to accomplish will be done and more. And when you do that, nothing is impossible, folks. When you do that, let me tell you, when you start getting the type of results that you'll be getting in your life, it'll blow your mind. I mean, it will really blow your mind. You go like, wow, I got that done. Yes, you got it done. And so this is Dr. Herbert Harris. This has been Wisdom Wednesday. This is the first day of the new month. This is the first of the second half of the year. So this is your moment to make it happen, to get better, to be better, to do better, to create the life of your dreams. I invite you to visit our website, herbertharris.com, and schedule a success consultation. Especially if you're looking at what's next in my life. What do I need to do to get better, to be better, to have more, to move quicker? Thank you, Eric. Reap the harvest. You are the farmer. You plant the seed now, and let's reap the harvest. Do what it takes to make that seed grow into exactly what you want to experience in your life and affairs. This has been Dr. Herbert Harris. It's been my honor to serve you this morning. May you have an incredible Independence Day. your independence, your personal independence, your freedom to be, do, and have anything you desire. Let it be done. Let it be written. Let it be done. Thank you so much. Knowing that you can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have anything you desire. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. So it is.
So freely, he loves so much. To the hurting, he's a shelter and friend. To the seeking, he's truth without end. From the law of thinking to action and grace, he shows us success in every place. He lives what he teaches.
All right, folks, have a magnificent day and a magnificent month. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. And so it is.